Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I mean, I checked on you on Discord, but still. Hey, Anne. Hey, Santi. Welcome. Happy to see you here. Happy to hear that. they couldn't take you away. And hi, and why DY? Because I thought you all wanted answers. No? I'm giving you the answers. And White actually, I didn't see anyone celebrating that White actually asked questions. This bus ride is going to be a trip. Hi, Elma. I beg you fix Chad. Listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. I do want to hear the discussion about this. I do want to. And honestly, I feared this moment. Not gonna lie. For the longest time, I was. When a character is a mystery, when a story is a mystery, when you hide something for so long in a story, it's such a pressure to give answers. It's such a pressure. And if you're smart enough, you keep in mind that not everybody's gonna like it. Maybe everyone's gonna hate it. Maybe everybody's gonna like it. Whatever it is. Especially with greyis, too, because greyis is very slow paced and scenes and books but some things, some effects linger to the next book. Like volume 7, it ended with Black and White rekindling their friendship and jumping down and all that. But then volume 8 starts with White thinking about the effect of sleep on a good decision and wondering what Grey is. He started feeling lost. So with greyis, I try to give a conclusion to every book, but still, it's not a complete conclusion. Things are gonna still realistically unfold and take shape, and yeah. There are a lot to say, talk about. Things jump from there to the... Yes, there's a lot of... These are just 2 pages. And as always, I always say that I kind of worry about short updates. But I know these updates have to be this. The last 2 pages and these 2 pages have to be just on their own. There's a lot of things in them. Give us time? I'll give you time. I guess, yeah, I should give you time. It's, we can celebrate White later. I love you, White, my boy. I'll get back to you when my rage subsides. Understandable. Understandable. It was just 1 page and I was knocked out, and boy, we got 2. Yeah, that's what I thought, and this is why I wrote it's short and cinematic, because all the frames are kind of stretched horizontally like that, are horizontally and stacked vertically like that. Hi, Psycho. How are we feeling? Rapid eye twitching. How are we feeling? Tell me. Come on. I want to hear things. This scene is everything we've wanted throughout the story, and more so since chapter 73 when Jad asked the question. So how are we feeling? With all these slow going and the grey in the characters, all that and more is why I love greyis. That's a relief. And again, it's such a pressure. And yeah, I am afraid of this scene. I've been afraid for so long. This first panel, before we move and format it for the Webtoon crowd, has one text that I removed. Like, there is a line that was in the script, but I didn't include. I'll just show it here. There is not much to say on why I removed it. Just that. It's a continuation for this. I blamed you as a child for not marrying her. You are all she ever wanted, and I wanted you as a father, so at least we agreed on that. I'm not surprised, I'm not even disappointed. It's just confirmation of pre-existing thoughts. Welcome, Blue. I was wondering, like, when you sent a panel and said stomach ache, I'm like, just that? Well, all I can say is that I'm really shocked and feel so bad for White, that Black should really had gone with White. Hey, Senti, welcome to the crowd that read the update. I have a lot of thoughts. I just feel like Tam at the moment with them. Understandable, honestly. I genuinely understand. Like, this scene was scary to me, and drawing it, writing it, imagining it, visualizing it. There are so many things within these panels that aren't addressed, that there are future scenes that are kind of built on what happened here, or are gonna be showing more, because it's White. It's White. White's either gonna repress until he's pushed to reveal, or he's gonna react to it instantly, extremely. And the scene isn't done. We don't have all the information. I mean, let's turn this off. There's an envelope here, because it's covered with a speech bubble. It doesn't have the logo, but we all know what envelope is that, so we haven't talked about that yet. And the update finished with Jad offering yet another paper, so we're still walking, I guess. So yeah, I totally understand. White's panels are getting smaller, like, not just the words are pressuring on him. Yeah. But there was one that was very big, and like the close-up is very zoomed in, and the text is the biggest. Like, if we move, this is the normal text. It's at 7 pixels. This is at 9.5 or something. And then this is at 6. So boy is surfing a sea of emotion. Oh, you can't read what everyone's saying. I understand now. Welcome, Elma. But after all of this been going on, I'm not sure if White is gonna go to Black, because what if he is mad at Black too? Like, why didn't you just tell me? There was a teaser. Not a teaser, like, but while I was working on this chapter, there was one panel of Black angry. Maybe Psycho's cooking. I mean, it's not like he hasn't been keeping things from him about himself for ages. Yes, yes. That's also fair. It's so hard for me to react to anything. Yeah, this is difficult on so many levels. As a reader, as a lover of these characters, as a human being, as a creator. And I don't know how we're gonna do the cinematic look on Webtoon. It's very hard, man. Okay, I guess I'll just duplicate whenever he says two things. Honestly, at first read, I didn't realize he actually said it. Only when Jad directly answered, I connected the dots. I like it. Feels dissociative. Which part? Did I miss a message? You are all she ever wanted. White must feel so wanted. God, this is depressing. White's text? Yeah. Okay. Again, your mother and I were married for a short while. This is a reply that should be on the Discord, I guess, as well. Let's first remove the text. Let's turn them off. And this is gonna be the first book I'm pre-ordering. I can throw it against the wall in anger as I please. It would hurt Daniel. Listen, I'm working on volume 10's cover, and I'm gonna include Daniel in any way. I kept thinking like the main cast of this book is Black, White, Jad, and Daniel, and then I thought, no, I'm not gonna put Jad. I just want to put Daniel. This is a thought that I thought of today, so it's not really influenced by working on this chapter or anything, but it just with this update today, I feel like, oh, maybe that was foreshadowing for what's happening with this update. Hey, silly, welcome. I feel like I've angered you. The fact that I didn't call or do anything after the call with Jad told us the answer. A lot of things told you the answer. But I'm not a bastard child, question mark, doesn't give you an answer. Tread with caution, D? Oh my god, silly. No, no. Yeah, Dad, back off. It's handsome uncle time. What about... Okay, what if Daniel knows they were married? Did he? Reader D here, for sure. Yes, Black 2, which I predicted. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think Danny knew. I don't think so. We turn this off, now this. Ashamed of it all, so I got two witnesses. So I got myself... Daniel knowing is one thing. I feel like the man who acted and was responsible for why age 7 and up is a different story. Yeah, I can see that. He could have knew. I mean, she was a big alien after all. We're not escaping the alien allegations. Wait, if she's an alien, does that make Daniel alien species too? Jad wasn't proud of the wedding, and Danny wouldn't ask the question if he knew. Was Danny the other witness? I'm ready to answer that question if everyone chatting agrees. I don't mind. Wait. Nope, she was adopted. Okay. Danny is an alien, but he didn't come down with lasers. I don't mind either way. I like just shouting the thoughts that come to my head. I definitely wouldn't pass the opportunity to know. Are we gonna know in the story about the other witnesses? No. But if it does, it's gonna be so like it's not really that big of a point. That's why I'm open to answering it if you're really if everyone agrees to wanting to know. Okay, 3 thoughts. 1, I didn't like Jad before, but this just proved it more. His reasoning is horrible and contradictory in places. 2, he pitied her, married her in secret, was ashamed of it, so did he not tell Wyatt because of Whisperville and worried Wyatt would let it slip. 3, if it wasn't because of Wyatt being a bastard child, why was Jad ashamed of the marriage? He didn't tell his mother even. What was the first point? I had something to say. Wait, I didn't like Jad before, but his reasoning is horrible. No, the other one, he pitied her. Okay, we can talk about this, actually. Oh, wait, I plan to talk about it once we reach the panel. There are certain panels that I want to talk about things, or we can discuss things, is what I hope. He's so full of shame about every relationship he has, but refuses to cut ties like Mamser did. Oh no. So now we know Blue didn't like Jad before. Maybe we know it already, but I'm streaming, so I don't remember. I don't my side, the side of the brain that is responsible for remembering things is sleeping. I need to keep the envelope. Okay, we're done with this. Now next is, why did you marry her? White really said, I have questions. I do have questions. Nobody opened a safe space for me to ask questions. I feel sick on White's behalf. Let's just say he made me cry a lot. Is my answer. He needed the door to be open to be able to ask questions, not for... Yes, that's a lovely way of putting it. Whenever he sees an open door, he just freezes. Somebody's leaving, or he's the one that should leave. Like to build up on what you said, and but yeah, nobody opened the door for him to talk. Now our boy is not going to be eating anytime soon. Oh dear, I'm afraid. There really is too much to say about their talk. I might just wait for this conversation to finish, or if I feel better over this later to write it, I will. Yeah, honestly, I do feel like, again, I pick the updates very, very carefully, and I feel like this is why I like discussions. Even when I think about people who are gonna buy the book, I kind of feel like they're gonna miss out on something by reading it all at once, or if they choose to read and don't know about the Discord, or are on the Discord but are not gonna share their thoughts gradually. I feel like this book is better read, as I said before a million times, by chapter, but like a week between each chapter. It's the 30-minute mark. I have to go and open the door for Sia. Be right back. Perfect one. But yeah, if you felt better and thought that you would like to share your thoughts, Blue, I think it would be interesting for us, for me personally, and I think for everyone, to have them here and then build on them, because as you saw, maybe you saw on the Discord, there were more questions raised by what's said here. But I think what's said here, there are a few things. I don't know, we're gonna talk now. Maybe some of the things that I'll say will be similar to what you're thinking, or maybe it's better to see the whole scene. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, every update is gonna raise questions, and we have a big update next week. It's the big update next week. By the way, I'd like to know who is the other witness. You know what I like, Anne? That you are 100% certain you know the first witness and you want to know the other. What I just said echoed in my head, and I kind of feel like I sounded too angry. I'm not angry, I'm just reacting. Judd isn't a man of many friends. Well, so we're just assuming it's Noir now. You know you can grab anyone on the road, pay them something, and ask them to be a witness, right? I was going to put Noir, but you said T. I mean, okay. I came prepared. Let me ask you a question. That's when we were together the most, is what Jad said to Noir, when Noir was like, sorry man, maybe he's not your son? And Jad said, that's when we were together the most. I think it would be like better phrased if he said, that's when we were married, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. After all, I'm not that good of a reader. Hey, Blaze, welcome. That would actually be really funny. Now you said it, it doesn't feel like noir, no? Listen, this story isn't set in my country, but I am as a writer a product of what I live and the culture I lived in and the surroundings and all that. And you can pay anyone anything here, do anything for you. So, and Jad clearly said that he's so ashamed of it all. You are one hell of a writer, do you think? He's like, oh, I hope so. I don't know. I'm always so afraid with these big reveals. Maybe Jad has, I feel shame disorder. I don't know. I just made up a disorder. But wouldn't it be so surprising if he was shamed even in front of someone like Noir? So it's not Noir, and it's yeah, it's not Daniel. They are random witnesses, I think. I knew Danny wouldn't be part of this crime scene. Danny's, if there is a, if he's to be blamed about anything, it's just his absence. In general, I mean, not in specific, not in this case or anything, but I mean, he doesn't hit any of us, I guess, that he would. He's just too chill and too isolated and too existing in a vacuum to be part of anything. So fun. I love how the character name is Jad, which is an Arabic name. There are a few Arabic names. I kind of play around with all kinds of names from all backgrounds or all places. We have Wasim too. But yeah, you asked me if it's gonna be mentioned in the future, the witnesses. Like, just, I thought of it quickly, and I don't think, no, there's no reason to bring up witnesses ever again. Unless there is, like, another talk for some reason between Noir and Jad about Iya or White or whatever. I can see, just to draw Noir's reaction, like, what? You married her? Noir would be today's readers, I guess. This is a little off topic, but this reminds me of the news research I saw once of lesbians who tried to prove homophobia in child adoption, where they literally took some guy off the street and went to get paperwork, and it went more smoothly than with their... I guess it's everywhere. You can buy anyone to say anything, if you buy enough, especially. But yeah. Amir is dead, but don't forget him. His name too. Yes. Sorry, I keep forgetting Amir. I don't know why. I don't know. I seriously, like, just today while I was working on the volume, I was thinking, like, oh, this volume has a lot of things. Oh, wait, there's this whole part about Amir and the accident that I didn't include. What? Why? why? It's like half of the book is about this. Wait, could the second witness be that unknown man that appeared in White's dreams? No. That it was mentioned recently on clippings. It's the landlord. Oh. That makes sense why you'd ask that. No, it's not. For sure it's not. The landlord is just the landlord. Fun guy. Very fun guy. Oh no, it's not White who's saying this. It's Jad. Oh, I don't know. Why did you marry her? Oh, I don't know. Reader D is judging hard, man. I loved her, but I was indecisive even after we were officially married. There's a joke incoming. Can somebody guess what the joke is? It's in the second speech bubble here. We cope with jokes sometimes. I've always loved women, but there was something different with her. I felt for her and didn't think. This Blue mentioned first before the joke. Blue mentioned he pitied her. The way he's living isn't fit for a child in any way whatsoever. Why should I only care if he's my blood? And then Noir comes to say, this is not a children's book, Jad. Being a hero in the real world is far from charming. So, there is a pattern for sure. Jokes, I only see pain and frustration. Okay, how about I felt for her. I didn't think that she should be living the life that she did. She wasn't like all the other girls, women, I mean. That's the joke. Yeah, isn't like all the other girls. Sorry. I'm waiting for Psycho to join and say, of course, she's an alien. She wasn't like other women. Local sexist man sees a woman with more than one trait for... Oh man, Elma's really angry. Now, can we talk about something? Can we talk about this panel that I'm gonna copy and paste? The close-up and the loud reply. No, wait, let me... He pitied her, married her in secret, was ashamed of it, so did he not tell White because of Whisperville and worried White would let it slip? We can't stop at the idea of him just... Pitied her, thought he could. He could be Mr. Savior. Did you want to start a family? White talks a lot about want. It's sad. Again. He really feels wanted, man. And he really, 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 truly doesn't want to hear a thing about Ia. He completely shut down the conversation. Like, don't compliment her. Don't say anything. Just. God. I'm getting angry again. Wasn't anything like that. Wasn't anything like the other woman. Well, the obviously unknown creature from unknown world makes total sense. White for sure hates Jad's relationship with women and don't want to hear about it at all. But he also doesn't want to hear anything positive about. Yeah. Jad got the woman treatment of basic American rom-coms where a lady gets accidentally pregnant, but then is like, oh my god, what if being a mother will fix me? Ugh. Very happy to see you again, Santi. Very happy to know that you weren't blocked off, and so welcome back. And I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams. Thank you for coming to the stream. White not taking any of Jad's excuses, saying she wasn't like the other woman twice in the same sentence. Yeah. There was something different with her. She wasn't like the other women. Wait. Do you want... Oh, okay, this is the answer. Okay, sorry. I confused myself. Yeah, who dares blame White for hating her? Nobody, but still, there's something to be said about White's complete denial of anything related to her, good or bad or whatever. Like, just the topic of her is completely... He talked about it in chapter 53. But yeah, how far can that serve him now that more topics are on the table related to this person? White not taking any of Jad's excuses, saying that she wasn't like any other woman twice in the same sentence, but then being embarrassed about marrying her make sense. I'll tell you. I'll make it sense. Do you want me to make it make sense for you for Jad? He wouldn't say it. I don't think. Uno reverse card, honestly, she did the same. True. Touche. I have nothing. No more blame White around here. At least for a good while, man. This is harsh. This is brutal. Actually, I take that back. No, don't take that back. No. He doesn't know what he's doing. But I mean, at some point, if with how things are gonna develop from here, he should reconsider maybe. Hey, Hummus, welcome. Reading the last panel in the first page made me feel like that photo of the guy in the handcuffs thinking he is free. This one? Yeah. Also, how do how bad does it feel for White? Did you want to start a family? And Jad is saying no. I mean, there are two things that Jad said here. Like, yeah, we don't want to lie. I personally, not as a writer, but while I was taking it in as a reader, I was thinking there are two things said here that, yeah, we want transparency. We don't want lies. We are kind of cornering White and not letting him escape. But there are two things he said that, like, dude, just filter yourself a little bit. This chapter was basically, he may be your dad and you weren't his son at first. You just comment on things that are to come, but this is one of the things here that is also sad. Like, he wasn't even able to be that photo of the guy in handcuffs thinking he is free, because he can't even be sure, saying I'm not a bastard child, full stop, because there are still many questions hanging in the air. No, not at the time. So he basically just... This. When did you get married? Dad was so afraid of commitment to anything that White went, I'm going to make my whole personality around committing to this one guy. You mean Black, right? I'm the guy, and I was thinking I'm free. Sorry. Again, things are gonna linger. I had to make sure that it's Black because things are gonna linger, and if you remember a book from now, Ilma, if you were still up to date and reading, yeah, we're gonna get back to that. I'm going to make them my whole personality around committing to this one guy, or like where Black sits in light of this whole conversation. Okay, take your time, Blue. White knows he ain't free. As if I can't let this go. I really hope so. I'll appreciate you greatly if you can't. Why trying to not be his father is so sad but so real? Oh man, oh man, oh man. There's a line in the handbook. So there's a line I wrote that it doesn't have a place. It's just some of these things that I think about and I write about characterization. Thank you. Why are you so loud? About just to understand the characterization or the character of the personality or what makes up a character in the story. And yeah, it's not a surprise when you analyze White's journey and everything we've seen from him that he jumped from, oh, I'm interested about this girl, to I want to meet your father when it comes to Lana. He hits me like oh. I'm just tired, man. I'm seriously too much with this guy. His overcommitment. Loving one woman once, then calling off the engagement, wanting the best for her. That, yeah, you brought it up before I talked about it. Being afraid to hurt her. Yeah, and the fact that, I don't know, I feel like it's installed, especially like not only Jan, but also the life he lived around his mother. He probably has it installed in him that any form of relationship out of serious commitment that is clear by social standards and all that is just playing around. It's just wrong and hurtful. When I wrote on my whiteboard and there was a story on Instagram, I just posted a story on Instagram randomly showing something on my whiteboard, and in the corner there was white women issue. It was a joke. Like we made fun of it for so long, like white women, because the issues wasn't clear in the story, in the photo. It was like white women, so friends were always joking about that, like when is the white women arc is coming. But seriously, his women's issue isn't really a light subject. It's very sad. I was gonna say it. It was so painful for me saying we didn't want family at that time. Then immediately he said you came, or that you weren't welcome, or a mistake. We didn't, which goes back to chapter 55, when he was talking to Daniel. I think when you all reread the chapter, someone asked like, what is this? I think it was Andy who asked, like, what is this? I just happened anyway. And it is somewhere here on his face. One of these scrolls, like there's a lot of why. But there's one here as well. Like, even having this question, what was the nature of your relationship? This alone, like, he knows nothing. He might remember things, but he can't remember. And he didn't have the knowledge even about certain things and relationships. So. But yeah, this is one. Did you want to start a family? No. Truth hurts. We want truth, but still, I as a reader, I was kind of like, dude, this is too much. Like, there's no other way to say it, but just, you know, when you become this very 100% emotional reader, you can't really make it logical. And honestly, if I were Jad sitting here, I would be ashamed of myself for how quickly or how directly White is asking. Like, this boy knows exactly what he wants to know. It's not like, oh, give me a minute. How about, okay, but how about, no, he has like this list in his head and he's just reading off of it. Hey, Draco, welcome. I feel like it was the most obvious part. Regardless of the relationship, neither really wanted a family whatsoever. Yep. At least they agreed on that. The more I see White's wounded face, is kind of looking like a burn mark, as if he is feeling every bit of the flame burning him up inside. Please make a sketch of White hugging the black plushie. The black plushie. Don't we need Black hugging White again, or is White angry with Black now? This talk should have happened a long time ago. No kidding. You don't say. Man, we all need Daniel after this, don't we? Daniel and White talk. Also him overthinking his friendship with Black, how society views it. Even when Lana commented on it, he got kind of defensive, then apologized. I guess his commitment to Black also is a form of safety, his personality. And it creates the opposite thing for him, where it's like, okay, society rejects the relationship without commitment. Then he commits to his friendship. Wait, society thinks this weird because I'm committed. White. That hurts when you put it like way. When did you get married? I'm not sure when, but she definitely was pregnant with you after we got married. God. I really just took this 3-hour YouTube video of you need to rest, and it's just putting us all down. White needs this honesty and forward talking, even if it was painful, so he won't overthinking. Yes, especially after 100. This is what I'm saying. Like, as a very passionate, emotional, no room for logical or analysis or humanizing. Yes. When I am very much feeling a character, there is no way for me to humanize. I can humanize later, but if I were the reader of this story, I know nothing about it, and I read this, I would be 100% emotional, that I wouldn't humanize Jad at all. So I would be very angry when he says, I know you don't care about this, so you want to ask, but just so that you'd get the proper picture, no, she didn't ask about you. I don't know. Again, I'm role-playing as this person who is just reading and hating, and no room for humanizing, no room for understanding, no room for thinking, what does White need or whatever. I would understand it later, probably with the help of YouTubers analyzing this, maybe, if this was a story, I mean, that I'm following. But so it's understanding, everything is understanding. But my first reaction would be like, oh, please shut up. Just, you're a writer. You know what? That's gonna be my first reaction. I would probably tweet, like, he's a writer, he should know how to phrase things better. And somebody's gonna be angry and start humanizing him for me, and I will feel bad, and I would want to delete the tweet after I understand, but I wouldn't, because I have a vow not to delete something after I post it. Girl, I'm distressed. This food goes fire. I'm paying for the food and our therapy. Can you see there on the table? There is this thing. Today I used all my savings for this new personal cloud storage. So I don't have money for your therapy or food. Nah. I can hopefully find a printer to print tissue paper. How about that? That I can afford, maybe. I mean, we hate Ia so much that when Jad said that it's like, well, here's a grounding familiar knowledge. I mean, I don't know who said last stream. I don't know if I took a screenshot of it, but somebody said like something about Jad and Ia. And I couldn't react. I shut down. I don't remember. But it was like, I wonder how people are gonna see Jad next update. Definitely he's not, yeah, he like, for the longest time, every time somebody defends, anybody who defends Jad is because he's trying so hard to redeem himself, to mend the wounds, to gain forgiveness. And it's all true. But still, it kind of was premature without getting the whole picture, or more of the picture, not the whole picture, because you can never have the whole picture. Sadly, we talked about it again two streams ago, that at some point I have to fence the story and not go further. I can't go back, like, why is Ia like that? What made Jad like this? Maybe I will talk about it in passing, but generally speaking, I can't just keep showing the root of all problems, or we'll be here to forever, I guess. When did you get married? This talk should have happened a long time ago. I'm not sure when, but she definitely was pregnant with you after we got married. And then all his questions vanished. His face is clear. Now, I think it was... who said on Discord? I think it was N who said. All the questions are in the dark, but this one is in the light. Do it. I love being here forever, though I don't care about that woman and her past. I mean, if you care about Daniel's past, her past is gonna have to be there too, maybe. But yeah, this here. Now, of course, because this realization is like the first positive thing. But also, initially, there was a visual here, but I thought it's too... I don't want to take away from what's happening right here, the topic that is being discussed here. I don't want to open another can of worms. Not that there's something hidden or whatever, but you probably... And I see it through your discussions. You've mentioned Whisperville more than once and how people treated him and stuff. And this is exactly what's going to happen here. Because you definitely, like, when White... the obsessed with words White thinks I'm not a bastard child, it carries with it two things. And his view on this bastard child, first, the word, he probably heard it. He was in as a teenager, he was in his public school alone after Black moved to the private school. So he probably heard this word a lot. He probably heard this word a lot being with his mother. So this word on its own as a word, it carries a lot within it. But also, even if it, like, he wasn't referred to as that from peers or people in school or whatever, he's a person who built himself from stories, from fiction, from classical stories, and we all know how that phrase and those characters who are born similar to his to how he lived his life are treated, are viewed. So it's just, On its own, first, there was a visual here, like him recalling something. I don't know if you want to hear like what I actually visualized adding here, and then I didn't decided like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's focus on, because and you all proved it. We already know what that means, what this means to him. Yeah, like it doesn't matter how Izar died. Ildar's actions are undoubtable. Same for them. Yeah. So all the words stopped scrolling on his face and he lowers his head. I'm not a bastard child. And then he immediately jumps to ask, why didn't you want me? I imagine White's feelings the heaviest he ever felt. No more floating. Oh my god. That's so good. That's so good and so true. Blue, welcome back. Danny, the secret's out. Come back to deal with the long-term after. Oh my god. Thank you for bringing that up, because honestly, in all honesty, I was so serious about including more chapters in this book. But it doesn't work with the theme of recap and retell. But I was so close to adding more chapters, no matter how big the book is gonna be, just because we do have an aftermath. I don't want people to read whatever how this chapter is gonna end and think, yay, we closed the door. Come back to deal with the long-term aftermath. It is. They're, dude, Short-term goes to black? You think? That's very interesting. Again, I mentioned it before. I don't know if you were here, but like the whole black in this conversation. When Elma mentioned the commitment, black in light of this conversation is, If this doesn't imprint on the story and future decisions, it wouldn't be good. Thank you so much, Blue. But yeah, he does feel the heaviest. Like, we're back to chapter 62, man. The boy behind the door, listening to her, to this man he loves and his mother fight, and this man mentioning shackles, and mentioning a DNA test, and mentioning... To be fair, if you read until volume 10, you got the gist that greyis doesn't end. It says it ends. Thank you again. This makes me feel better, because I always obsess about these things. Especially with White, because White keeps thinking and he takes one step forward, 3 steps back, and and I want it that way. I almost sang that now. But I mean, like, I know 100% what I'm doing, and I believe in it, but it's also, on release day, it's always really scary. Why didn't you want me? you ever thought that guy on the balcony saying, "Hey, you," to Black, and everything we've seen from him so far would reach this point where he says, "Why didn't you want me?" God. Tell me why. So, want is very important for White because he's like, why didn't you marry her? Did you want to start family? Why didn't you want me? Ugh, he really is a black hole. He is a black hole. And honestly, you know how I comforted myself in volume 8? I don't know when, but sometimes I do comfort myself for these things, but it's like, if you reach chapter, I think it was, so volume 8 around 57 to 63, and like if you read 60 chapters and you decide now that, oh, are we really gonna listen to White think again? It's like, I don't know how you reach this far. It's just an essential pillar for his journey, man. I was indecisive. Was there something here? No. Okay. Oh, this is just to show White. The view changed because he was looking at Jan's legs and the envelope and the papers and all that. But now it's he lowered his gaze, so he only sees his legs. I was indecisive. Oh, dude. I'm surprised that White didn't ask him, why did you leave me, or what made you want to leave me with her? Wait for it. When you realize that everything we've seen with White talking to Daniel, opening up, talking to Larissa, talking to Black, it's just like a training arc. It's just the steps he needed to reach here, and when offered the opportunity, go with, oh, screw it. Let's reality test. Let's actually ask the questions. I'm so tired and destroyed already. There are 3 holes in my stomach, and let's pull the plug, man, on everything. If you want greyis without thoughts, literally, just look at the art and get distracted by the beauty and the environment. Oh, thank you, Elma. They're all unreliable narrators. Anyway, true. This is the thing, like, yeah, I definitely am, because in the end, this is what I believe. This whole life is just point of views, for real. Like, the same fight could happen before 3 people, and every person's point of view is going to be completely different. And everybody's course of action will be completely different. So when Jad says, okay, so Noir, he realized that he's gonna go and get all the money for his family because he can't be around them, and that's his way, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, this is Jad's point of view. Maybe that's not what Noir was thinking about, unless they talked about it. This is the beauty of Black and White. They talk about things, they decide things. So when White says something, he knows for sure Black means it, because Black said it, actually. But yeah, thank you, Elma. I mean, here's the thing. This is what I mean. If you don't like this slow-paced story, just move on. I genuinely don't really. I love to have more readers. I want to have more readers, but it's not like if you reach volume 8 and you suddenly realize this story isn't for you, that's very fine. And I know it, but sometimes I obsess too much about things, and then I comfort myself by reminding myself that, yeah, it's you know what you're doing. You're thinking too much about it, and it will find its people. Hey, Manar, welcome. I loved your thoughts. You're back just because this is the most important panel for me in this update. And yeah, when you send it, I'm like, please, let's hear it. I'll have to see you all next week. Thanks a lot for coming, Blue. Thanks for the thoughts, and yes, hopefully you'll be able to join next week. Big update next week. Have a great Saturday. There was a book series I really loved called Coming of Age, kinda, it's not in English. And it was literally just one school year, but 6 books about each character's perspective. I love those things. Yeah, I love it too much. I love it myself as well. I was incisive and she wanted to... Let's put it like this. Escort, at least. This panel is something, man. Thank you. The parallels, though. Remember chapter 72? Black was the one asking questions to Jad when he told him, I'm gonna ask questions, yes, no questions, and give me answers. And now it's Jad being questioned. Again. But man, the difference. Also, the parallel with Jad not wanting to ruin the image of himself in White's head. Something that White 100% knows and talked about in Volume 5, about the worst thing that Yildar did to Black was ruin his father's image. The ability to show the faults of the characters makes this whole thing more realistic. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do. The expression is amazing. All my brain can think of. It's weird. What? Jad getting interrogated looks like White got his secretive side from Jad. He probably did. He took a lot of things from his father. He learned a lot of things from his father. I really wanted to protect my image, and his child's have to protect him. Or is it to protect me? Oh yeah, that was one of my thoughts. That Jad realizing he needs to tell White the truth because of what he said to Black. Regardless of it, if you remember, the apology is deserved. Oh yeah, that one too. Very good callback. Hey Alpha, welcome. I remember that about Noir Image in Black when I read that line. Yeah, because that's the thing. Okay, you didn't tell him as a child, but then he grew up. And White grew up so fast. There was probably a billion chances for you to just come clean about it or talk about it or whatever. Not come clean, like. Emma said the point of, now we know Aya wasn't so delusional. I actually kind of thought of this. Yeah. Yeah. This is another line that I was like, dude, filter it a little bit. I wanted everyone to see me, and she wanted to attract the attention of every man. Like, this is your son, man. This is Reader D. Excuse me. I needed to rant to someone about this for so long. I needed to talk about it like a reader for so long. Like, yeah, she is horrible too, but now they share a child. Also, this speech bubble has two fonts, White's thinking fonts, and speech. So, what he thought and what he said aligned. Yay. Enjoy your dinner. Now, if he filtered it now, I'd be even more upset, and that's an adult man. If his dad is gross, he should know his dad is gross. Dads can sometimes be gross. We don't need... Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, that's 100% correct. Again, I'm a very emotional... that emotional reader that doesn't humanize when they read. But also, he could, especially someone like White. He is a writer, White is a writer. He would understand. You can't find any words that wouldn't sound bad. Like, he's basically saying we needed more. We needed to be loved by so many people or something. Oh yeah, that's what someone said last stream. I don't remember who, but said they're both attention seekers. Yeah, I remember. Somebody said Jad and Dia are both attention seekers, and I couldn't say anything. That was so good. So it's not about filtering, like not saying the truth, but like to see it like that, it's just... Again, Reader D. In the end, I decided to write it, so I know it's the better route. Both of us, we needed a lot of attention, I guess. I wanted every woman to see me, and she wanted to attract the attention of every man, and then like, please stop, man. Just stop. I think it was Andy who said that. Probably, yeah. It's like, dude, That's so true. That's basically it. Okay, this panel now. This panel, man. I think I have... I already... Did I merge it? No. Where's the text file? Okay, this is what I wrote. Because I write what I want to draw in the script, and then when I start storyboarding, I paste even the comments so I can remember, because once you draw, you forget. I don't know if that's... Wait, I think it was Andy. I don't know if that's relevant, but given that the Jad focus, I wondered if we'll see his relationship with alcohol and sweets after getting white. Interesting. We'll have to wait to see. I hope White learns to feel better about himself. He did nothing wrong. It was just the fate. It was just fate that his parents are like that. Also, he is not a bastard child, at least. But the damage, man. I mean, listen. So this panel, what I wrote to keep in mind when I sketch is White has a disgusted face, hand on stomach. And he has no light in his eyes. None. When I remember White and the rumors, I get few... Yeah. But, I mean... And this thing started a long time ago for him. It was this page from chapter 62. Boy kept glaring at the two figures from under his short bangs. They were impressed with his notebooks. A pretty female figure looked up at their beautiful, delicate hands were all over his vulgar, impure collections. The room was unlike that old smelly house. It smelled rose-like, and the warm daylight was peeking through the clean white curtains, making it so heavenly. They were three angelic figures. But he chose what he chose, the word he chose to say eventually. So we all knew he has this inferiority complex and all that, but it's just... It has words on it now. Blue in his eyes got snatched, 100%. Sorry, Anne. Knowing White and him being strict about shoes and just hearing this from Jad. Yeah, and... that page I just showed from chapter 62 is how he felt throughout his life. Like, he just feels dirt, disgust. I've drawn 2 pictures about that already, with trash and stuff. The garbage made... Yes, the trash raised a gentleman. I get you, you get me. But now he hears it out loud. It's not his voice. It's not voices in his head. It's not a feeling. It's not a rumor. It's his father saying it. Lou left, but their words still linger. Echo. The aftermath of this, man, for White. Hearing this with his face... Sorry, but I really had to think long and hard with... Because I didn't show any face before. Like, throughout this, ever since Jad asked, do you have questions for me? We see no faces. We saw this eye. Once he saw this envelope, no face. No, we see nothing of White. He's just looking down, eyes covered. We see mouth. We see legs. We see stomach ache. The first face, I think I wrote it. Like, White, not showing White throughout, and then I think I have it in my notes actually. Don't show face throughout until disgusted. Oh, there was a raid? Sorry, Alpha, you're lurking, but I mean, I didn't see that. That's the problem with OBS. It doesn't show things, and I just looked my other screen to check my notes, and I found that you raided. Thanks a lot for the raid, and welcome, new viewers, if you're still around. I'm sorry that I didn't see. God, I feel bad now. What did you miss? Just White being disgusted. I don't know when did you leave? Can't lay on the floor. I'm simply staring existentially out the window. I'm sorry, Dad. Man, Jad is lucky he is blind. Oh. I guess White is lucky as well. We are lucky that Jad is blind because White has always showed... White has always been more free with his expressions and body language around Jad because he knows he can't see him. The first thought I got is disappointment, I guess. Let's make it linger a little bit. Okay, let's remove the text. What? Where's White? There it is. You know what? White could stay all night asking questions. If nothing stops them, we're gonna stay all night. Good to think and feel about all this and think about physical expressions. God, to think and feel about all this and think about physical expressions. Oh, I think he would have He would have found a way out. But I guess the darkness that Jad chose to leave them in, and him being blind, helped a lot after everything that he's faced this book. About reality testing, about opening up, about moving forward, what Clarissa said. Man, if Black knew this, would he hate Jad again? Ah. I love how you think. Don't stop. Did she contact you after I moved in here? No. I guess White remembering everything that happened as a child, everything about his meetings with Black. He talked about it in chapter 33. He heard Jad and Ia fighting on the phone, remember? Very curious that he would ask this question. Isn't that foreshadowing? His blindness was caused by years of self-indulgence in unhealthy habits, and he only acknowledged the harm once it's done. Like he wanted anything stable to prove to him that he is making the wrong choice. Oof. The thing is, he always is like that in front of others. Like, really, did Jad conscious woke up after the night Daya called him, or was he not even thinking of this at all? Let sleeping dogs lie, maybe? Maybe that could have been the reason why Black looked really angry in that one teaser panel. That if... What if he was yelling at Jad? Oh man. Sabi's dogs are cute, but what do they have to do with this matter? Good one. I didn't think of it like that. I didn't hear it like that at all. There. Yes, a few times. I know you don't care about this, so you won't ask, but just so that you get the proper picture. No, she didn't ask about you. Okay, are we gonna talk about this? At all? He's smiling. White is smiling. Boy knows his mother. I mean, looks like Black knows how heavy this is, so he knows. Who knows? Not me. Better than he knows himself, really. Not only that, White doesn't say anything lightly. He if he meant like that much I can guess, that much I can figure, yeah, figures or something. But he's so sure. He's too sure. Oh wait. Oh wait. Why was Jad angry though? Maybe he was cornered before he got the chance to corner White, maybe? I don't know. This is not a serious answer at all. Well, I guess he is not expecting anything now at this point. Or he knows. He knows. He is deep in the black hole. I'm gonna drop this update, honestly, on Webtoon. It is too much, but he knows his mother for sure. I'm just thinking, can Jad say anything to make him feel better? Listen, we still haven't tackled this at all, right? I don't think so, Manar. I was waiting for someone to answer. Okay, let me just... I need to add a little bit more of that monologue from the last update. So it wouldn't start like... Wait, let's see. I never had that with White and I was always comforted by that. The last update had... Where can I start it? I don't think Jad should be the one to make him feel better now. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Okay, I guess when Jad was not talking, he was internally saying goodbye to the way his son was. Oh, no. You made me feel bad now. He was grieving. Okay, let's start from here. This is better. Turn this off and go up. Please, Jad, I hope you're not that terrible, that horrible. Like, is this how the relationship will be? I am sad now. I've been carrying so much sadness and fear. My whole life, every time somebody complimented this relationship. Oh, no. The fact that he went, surely I'm doing things right, because this isn't like me and my parents. Generation trauma, I guess. He did try. He instantly questioned it then. I never had that with White, and I was always comforted by it. God. Oh, look at White not knowing what is coming ahead. Is everything okay? Oh boy. Look at the light in his eye. I was literally thinking, what was you thinking when we were expressing love to Jad? No, it's not like that. I see it. Today I'm a little bit angry with Jad, but generally speaking, I see it. He's done so much. He did so much good. I mean, just think of his date with Black. He was really good. And even back to chapter 14, when he told Black that White, when he said, I'm here for good, he means other things and stuff like that. He's always tried to be good and do good and stuff. But yeah, they are reckoning, I guess. I don't know. It's just... But I guess to me, it was, the struggle was when, because this topic happens a lot, and I'm not saying, I kind of seem, because I like Noir's design, that I give him the benefit of the doubt, or I just, I'm gentler with him, but it's not like that. It's just like, when the topic of Noir and Jad comes up, the topic of fathers, the topic, I just keep continuous, just like when we talk about Tilar as well. Like, okay, yes, Jad is the one who is trying his best right now, but we haven't seen everything he's done. We don't know all the information, and all the hate towards Ia. I hate her the most, but all the hate towards Ia is also like, but Jad, man. I never put him as a good parent, but now he was knocked down to Noir's level, and man, oh my god. He's down to Noir's level? Man, this book, White had too much. Volume 11, give White a break. I promise you. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, I said... I've been writing in Volume 11, and I said that Chapter 3 or 4 of Volume 11 is going to be something special. I didn't say this, but... yeah, White, and I mentioned it on Discord that White's probably not gonna have food the first 3 or 4 chapters. But White getting a break? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, for sure. You want him happy, relaxed? I didn't think of him as a good father, but at least he wasn't like Noir. I don't have any sense to share on fatherhood and Noir and Jad, any parallels or comparisons. I don't have any of that, honestly. It was just, we have a proper picture on who Noir is, even though the proper picture we have is what everyone says Noir is. We haven't seen Noir, actually. And with Jad, we didn't have the proper picture. We didn't have the full picture. We still don't have it, but... is this sarcasm? I'm scared? No! I'm truthful. He's gonna take a break. Trust me. Trust the process, not me. The process. Okay, let's see. So, the important question now. Wait, let me open up the thumbnail. 8 o'clock, art, volume 10, chapter 79, Webtoon, DP thumb. Let's open this. And what could we put on the cover for this? My god. Oh right, we're getting more of Noir. Never mind, I need a break. Oh, next book. Oh, next book. I will trust you and the process. White is getting a break. Trust me. When there's going to be a big discussion stream of this whole volume, you know whose character points that are going to drop? Character rankings are gonna change? Actually crying right now for White and Jad, and they're... No and no! Oh. Why do I do this? Look at him. The outer edge of black holes is the point at which nothing, not even light, can escape. And it's where I need to have white. Which one to put, man? Should we put Jad or white? White. This, maybe. I mean, listen. This whole book taught us one thing. We need to revisit the past so we can move forward into the future. This doesn't work, actually. No, it doesn't work. Let's see if we can merge it with something else. Let's see this. No, this. When I catch you, Jad, you do good, but you do bad. Ugh, dude. Or maybe, wait, which... We could start with this, maybe. Oh. Maybe? Even though I don't think people check the picture, the thumbnail for the picture, the episode, I guess. I wonder if they do. Think of clippings. Clippings, it's gonna be okay. Yes, clippings. Yes. White is writing clippings now. Oh, this is good. Oh, wait, this is good. I love it. This is very attractive. Somebody put the black ribbon on this. Oh my god. Oh no. Because I don't remember the clippings about them. Ugh. You're making me angry now. Or making me sad. Is better. Let's batch export this. Wait. Special export, I mean special export, export Webtoon. Look at Jad. Look at him with black. We love that. Webtoon, submit. This is number 3. 3, I mean. 3. Okay. Sigh indeed. Sigh indeed. I mean, sigh, we finished the formatting, but also... I mean, White will manage, but he needs time. Black sleepover time? Speaking of sleepover, please? Okay, I'll give you this. From volume 11. Okay? You wanna hear it? Because there is a sleepover in... volume 11. There is a sleepover in volume 11, and I haven't written it. I haven't drawn one line about it because it's living vividly in my brain, and I'm gonna keep it burning in my brain so I can blaze through, beeline my way towards that scene. It's black sleepover time, and it combines sleepover time with what you mentioned about commitment and what I mentioned about black in light of this talk. Here's your teaser. In hope that nothing changes, because a lot of things change once I put pen to paper. But what I trust, I remember, I don't know if any of you were around while I was working on volume 9, but I said volume 9 has a hug, and I'm writing my way towards it. That was the hug in chapter 70. The hug. I wrote it as a tweet, and I moved on. So sometimes I write and it happens, and this is kind of this, like, not similarly emotion-wise or anything, but it's just there's this scene in my head that I'm writing towards. Yeah. So sleep over time, great. I'm uploading the pages on Webtoon, so I'm not just sitting and chatting. 21 to 35? Yes. Ready to cry? There is something special that I can't wait to reach, and I don't know. It's like don't shove everyone aside to reach that scene. I never do that, but I always have to remind myself. And honestly, emotional me just wants to shove everyone aside and reach that point. White needs to go to a spa or get a massage or something. I was telling my friend, and I mentioned it before on a stream, chapter 11 was supposed to have the boys not available in the beginning of the story, the book. I decided that I'm gonna have them, like when I wrote to the original recap book, when I started, it was by the end of it, the boys are gonna, Black is gonna cut his hair, was one thing that I removed. And another thing was the next book, they're gonna be on a trip, like camping trip, I don't know, something. They're just not there. You're gonna know through Jad or something. But things change. This is what I said, like things change once I put pen to paper. When I started writing White's journey for recap, I realized that we're tackling his identity, so we're gonna have to tackle 1, 2, 3. And once Jad asked that question in chapter 73, have you ever questioned that? I knew that I had to tackle this topic in this book. And the way volume 10 ends, however that is gonna happen, the way volume 10 ends kind of prevented me from giving them that camping trip. So, needs a spa, a massage, or something was going to happen. I even imagined them when they're back, they are fighting as they go up the metal staircase towards Jad. This was when I thought recap is this fun little thing that is like romantic and stuff. But it's just bromanic, I guess. I remember that vaguely. Yeah, I mentioned it before. I need my black and noir arc. Oh, I need black and noir arc. I need black and noir arc. We need black knowing that white actually met noir 2 times, 3 times? 2 times, I guess. This book. Till then, I shall daydream and bask in the comforts of domestic foolery. Yeah, yeah. I thought so myself at some point. Okay. What can I write in the caption? Okay, here we go. Question mark? I don't know how to end this. There's nothing to say in the caption. It's gonna end abruptly like this. Publish episode immediately. Let me just, before I publish, one last time, just check that everything is written. Do you have any questions? No, that's too broad of a question. About our relationship, I always gave that... Okay, no, not this. This is, I think, is okay. This is what I fear. I blamed you as a child for not marrying her. You are all she ever wanted, and I wanted you as a father. Your mother and I, okay, ashamed. And I didn't tell my mother until, why did you marry her? I don't know. I loved her. I've always loved women. Did you want to start a family? No, not that time. When did you get married? This talk should have happened a long time ago. I'm not sure when, but... Okay, that's me. Oh, I don't know. No need. I'm not a bastard child. Why didn't you want me? I was indecisive. Even after we were together. I really wanted to protect my image. Or was it to protect me? Wait. I need to make sure of something. Oh yeah. So, okay. Protect me. Both of us needed. Stop. Discussed. Did she contact you? Yes. I know you don't care. Yeah, that much I know. Okay, good. Oh, that's good. I have a feeling Eldar will appear at the end of this book. Drinking my reader's tears? My tears as well. I cry a lot while writing and drawing this, man. I just realized the structure reminds me of Black talking to Evil Black in the game. Oh, that's true. This just proves me my thoughts, feelings. I'm having that you're not the one who wrote this story. Like, the boys really are real and they're the ones decided how things go. It's not entirely like that, but yeah. Oh man, I once there was once this editor who read greyis, and they sent me this email about greyis. And listen, I don't pursue getting officially published for reasons, for a lot of reasons. But one of them is because I know I can't trust my art because I put time and effort and skill into it. But I don't really trust my writing because writing either comes or it doesn't. You can improve your writing by reading, by observing, by knowing rules. But in general, it's your own voice. And I kind of believe that your writing voice reflects who you are. So if you're boring, your writing is boring. And I believe I am boring. So this is how I view my writing. All this to say that I don't really have this strong opinion about my writing. I love writing more than anything, but I don't have a strong opinion. So it's not like if somebody criticizes my writing, I get defensive or like hate it or whatever. But someone said some things about greyis. An editor once sent me an email about greyis, and to this day I save this email because sometimes it's like wild to me, the things he wrote, because it's not my opinion that makes me think what he said is outrageous or like, but it's because of everyone that, like, it's like what everyone who reads the story agrees with on terms of characters. And even like manga artists, I think the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and a lot of manga authors say that the characters are who lead the story eventually. You like set up the pieces and put them, but then they write the story. There is something strange about that. They take you places. It's not like something magical or whatever, but it's like the story unfolds and then you realize, oh no, actually this character works best to go down this line than that. So a lot of the times you don't know what the story is, especially in slice of life stories. And especially with a story like mine, where there is no love story that you need to rush to certain, to reach certain milestones or whatever. But yeah, one of the things that he brought up was how I'm wrong to see the things from the character's perspective, and what makes my writing dry and him not feeling like he feels with the characters or feels any sympathy is because I'm not writing my feelings and I'm leaving it for the characters to tell me the story. And I don't know, I still go back to that email because sometimes you don't like something, but the more you revisit it, the more you see it or don't see it. To this day, I don't see it, but everyone that comments or leave comments or reviews tells me the opposite. And more than anything, what makes me believe in the opposite is that I know a lot of big manga artists say that. A lot of writers of TV shows that are so good tell you this. The characters write their own story. They use these degree for background design while they write and draw the characters. I like the idea of White writing the story. Didn't plan it that way, but it's a cool theory. I bet he will have a random tick and just say, I feel a disturbance and force. See, again, Alan should learn so much from you, and he's a boring writer. He is a boring writer. Yeah, I once showed that email to Jay, you know Jay from Discord and previous proofreader. And she was very shocked as well. And honestly, the way he phrased it, it didn't sound so bad. It was like actual criticism from him. But to me, like he said, you kind of share snippets of a story, or you share kind of like you invite us to see a scene rather than write a scene. And I'm like, okay, I see it. I love it like that. I'm not trying to express myself. I do express myself. There are a lot of things that are here and there. Like, honestly, I can talk about this. Like, I'm not a bastard child. Someone would say, like, really? Is this his worry or whatever? Like, come on. Someone could have this take. Like, the sense of relief he has is too much, man. For just this, like, it's something that he should have dealt with a long time ago or something, or like. But same with writing about child abuse and childhood trauma. But let me read Elma's first. I can say I have my takes about your writing, but the idea that it's wrong to have the character's perspective truly is bizarre. Have they heard of character-driven stories? Give them haiku, they need to get educated. It's not like the character's perspective, but he feels like, again, it's like I'm writing this story that doesn't feel personal because it's not something that I experienced. Regardless, he has his opinions, and I always say I'm very critical of myself. I don't like a lot of things about myself, but I have a little bit of awareness not to make anything add to that hate. I kind of have some logic in knowing what to let in to that black hole of hatred, I guess. But yeah, again, anyone can say whatever they want, and I don't have the highest opinion, if any high opinion, about my writing. I just enjoy it so much and put my best into it, put so much time and effort into trying to tell a good story that carries good messages and hopefully make people think and want to at least try hard and be better. Hey Tam, welcome. The mighty Tam. We're gonna chat for a little bit and then end the stream. Let me check if we got any comments on the episode. One comment? Ah, here we go. I wanted to write here we go, but somebody else wrote it. Oh my god. That's good. Thanks a lot for coming, Elma. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Thanks a lot for coming, Manar. Appreciate all your comments and best of luck with your studying. Okay. Thanks a lot for the company. This, again, I always appreciate you making this task real fun. I appreciate all the discussion. Next week, big update. So if you can, try to be here. It'll be fun. I don't know if I'm ready for the next update. I don't know if I am ready for next update. And I just hope, I'm gonna hope and pray, and I'm gonna post the update and sit with myself, kind of afraid and anxious, to get to read the reactions and see what you see, I guess. I don't know if I'm ready for the next update. No teasers? It would be wild if I was able to find a teaser in a 2-page update, but couldn't in such a big update like next week. I'm checking the pages, see what I can actually show, if I can show anything. Preparing for next week's craziness. I would really be happy if all of you active readers and chatters are here next week. I gotta put on so many seatbelts and brace myself for what's to come. Okay, I found a line that I can show, maybe. But what about expression or eye or face or something? Also, I just noticed why it's bombastic side eye on the right side of the screen. Oh yeah. Bombastic side eye, that's good. Why is hydrate out of stock? I don't know how some people can use it and others can't. And I started playing around with the redeems, but nothing is saving. I wanted to change the images. I wanted to explain, make them have better explanations. But for some reason, it's not working on my browser, and I'm too lazy to change my browser. I hope you enjoyed your lurking, Silly. Thank you for lurking. Okay, maybe these are random, one, so this. Okay, I guess. I guess I can find some teasers. So here we can take this, put it here, and we can, not this. And okay, I'll show the teasers and then end the stream. Let's see these. Oh no. These merge. Okay. And let's close this. And let's merge this. Oh, this is so messy, so random. Like the way I arranged them and the way what I chose is gonna tell a story for sure. Let's find good music. How about that first? Wait, 1, 2, no, wait. So the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's cut this. No, wait, let's cut this. Oh my god, this is too serious. I get too serious about this. Dancing Queen? One, two, no. 1, 2, 3. And 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're back, but let me find music. What are we gonna listen to? Trauma? No. Father's Way? Fleeting Memory? Elegant Entrance? Dark Sanctuary? Father, Hidden Hero? Never mind. I don't know who you are saying hi to. I'm lost myself. Because in the end, no matter how much he tries and continues to try, he will always rely on logic over emotion. And those are your teasers. If you remember, and I'm gonna write it down now so I don't remember what I want to say, but if you remember, next time, after the update, after we talk about the update, after we react to the update and all that, if you find some space on stream, ask me why I chose those as a teaser. If you want to have some vague explanation and cryptic messaging. What can you say? I don't think you can say anything. It's just something is definitely something. So one eye is shocked, the other is tired. Okay, before I end the stream, let's read the 2 comments we got on Webtoon because interesting. The first one is, "This is painful to witness. I can't even imagine how Jad felt after knowing that White had doubts about his birth, without asking and handling all these thoughts alone, with no one to confine in. I doubt he told Lana, maybe Grandma knows. I also wonder why White asked him to stop. Is White also afraid that his father's image might shatter in his eyes, or is it because it's too much to beat in his current state? I also wonder if Jad would have spoke if he could see the current state of White, what we talked about yay, Jad is blind." The second comment is, "Oh gosh, I'm glad this is happening. That conversation was needed. For better or for worse, their relationship will change. But Jad will always be his father, even if how things came to be were too sad." And I will treat it as on how I'm still remembering on asking you about chapter 74.5. Just kidding. I did say it, right? I did. You were here when I answered what's happened in chapter 74.5, right? It's too loud here. Oh, it's fine. No worries. Alpha, thank you so much for the raid. I saw it way after the fact. I hope you enjoyed your food. We're ending the stream, but I didn't get any visual on OBS about the raid for some reason. The activity feed didn't update. I noticed it only when I checked Twitch on the other monitor, so thanks so much for the raid. So yeah, thanks a lot for coming. Again, would be very exciting if next week we can be here together when the update releases, the big update. We can chat about it and hear all your thoughts. Thank you for the company. See you next week.